Thanks for coming round. We'll make you laugh before you go. Welcome to the Mermen. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I'll blow it today.
No, it's late at night though. It's still night. This is a night podcast. Not too loud. Not too loud. Not too loud. Not too loud.
Why?
Because Luis's abuela might be sleeping.
There's dust coming out of mine. That's how much I blow it.
Is your abuela sleeping, Luis?
Yeah, this podcast wall, she's right behind. I don't know if you guys...
Nana.
What are you doing? Just taking out beers?
You inspired me. I brought beers, and then you grabbed one immediately and opened it, and I'm like, oh, Forrest is in the... Oh, my gosh.
Well, we sold the trailer, so
We
I'm
did.
gonna have a beer.
Hey, I should have brought champagne.
Yeah. It's like,
Cheers, buddy.
you think I'm happy? I'm not happy.
It was a little sad when I saw it driving away.
I didn't make any money off this venture. I lost money for sure.
But it wasn't like...
You at least used it. I didn't use it at all. So any of the money, we sold it for what we bought it for. But then, there was repairs and
when I was
paid for, even though you used it and probably broke all the shit. And
well, it was normal wear and tear. I mean, just whenever.
Yeah, for when you travel around the whole country. when you put 10,000 miles on it, normal wear and tear. Yeah.
I've had the wrap on the side of it. It's got my face holding up ribs, going, "Hey, meet Dave." And I've had him on there for 2 years. And then when I pulled the wrap off today, I was like, "That's a good looking trailer underneath there. It looks brand new."
Dave and I don't know if have we ever discussed on the podcast?
Maybe
we owned a trailer together, a camper.
Yeah, it was adorable. We bought a trailer together, and then Forrest,
little
like,
guy.
Forrest is like, "I want to do some camping.
Yeah,
use it, yeah." And then never did.
You know what it was? I'm not good with money. I've said that on this podcast, and I had some extra money, and you happened to say it was a friend of ours, ex, and she was selling it, and it was Jim Jeffries. I don't know what I'm saying it like. He's like, "Come here, yeah."
It's a secret.
Jim Jeffries' ex was selling it, who I'm friends with, and it just all came together. And you're like, "Yeah, I need a trailer to go around to the social." I'm like, "Yeah, I'll go in with half of you," and I didn't use it once. In my brain, I was like, "I'm gonna be camping all the time." It's got AC. It's got a.
It was a nice little trailer.
I liked it when I walked in it. I sat in it and once looked good. Nah, checked out a couple times.
I kept telling you like we should go down to Dockweiler Beach.
Oh, that's right. We have
a little camp out. But
of course,
here was the bigger problem is that you
Dockweiler's.
found out after you bought it that your SUV won't pull it. Didn't you find that out?
My 1971 Ford F-250 that wouldn't pull. Oh, my SUV. Yeah, no, that I never thought my SUV was going to pull it.
Yeah,
the Ford is what I was going to pull it with. And then I was like, I can't go far with this thing. It just all fell apart.
Yeah.
I never used it. I forgot. We mentioned in the last episode, Dockwilers. I don't know why I'm like rehashing it. Dockwilers.
I pulled it to Boston and back.
Yeah, but you had like a Suburban or some bullshit.
GMC Acadia. It's not a huge SUV, but it got the job done.
Anyways, it's a what is it? A legacy over. What is it?
What?
A time when something ends.
An era.
End of an era.
Hell of a legacy.
Yeah, I couldn't remember that word, that phrase. Yeah.
Well,
end of an era.
Full disclosure, now that we've sold it,
Uh-oh.
I legit went airborne in that thing in Colorado.
Like you damaged it?
Like no, luckily did not. But I thought it was over. I hit a speed bump that I didn't see.
Mm. Okay.
I was so scared. I was going to speed.
Are you already drunk?
Yeah, I had a few beers, right? I was driving, and like, those you pull a trailer with a small SUV, you got to like, shaboom.
How fast were you going?
I mean, probably like 20, 25, whatever the speed limit in this
I thought you were going
was.
like 60.
No, but dude, I legit, like, without braking, hit a speed bump going that speed. All the tires were off the ground.
What's this laugh?
I landed, and I thought, I was like, I just broke everything. And everything was fine.
I don't think this laugh has ever been on this podcast. Whatever's happening right now.
It was aggressive. I've been holding this secret in for a long time.
What do you mean? Like, why wouldn't you have told me that?
Well, I don't know. I just thought if anything ever happened, I was going to be like, well, that's why. Went airborne with it one time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I think I did tell you, actually. I think I did tell you.
no, I don't remember.
I don't think I just laid it out quite as
I remember this laughing.
frankly.
What's the laughing for? Is it laughing because you didn't tell me or because you went in the air?
No, it was just a funny scenario where I just was like, all right, we're off to our next. It was like slow motion.
I don't think you've told me. I don't think you've told me ever. It's just like you didn't tell me that you told this guy that I was hitting on his girlfriend in Montana and he almost beat me up.
No, you knew about that.
No, I did not.
You knew about that.
Did not. I did not know about that until this podcast.
Man, I'm a sneaky little fucker, aren't I?
That would be one word, but then a bad person is also another way of
No,
putting it.
you definitely knew about the Montana guy.
I did not know about that.
Yeah.
At all. I'm telling you, I've retold that story and I'm like, I don't know what this guy's problem was. He came in. I did not know about that.
I mean, I wasn't keeping it from you. I thought you knew it.
What are all these beers on the table for?
Just in case we get the. Luis, can we sleep here tonight?
I mean, if you guys don't mind sleeping sardine style
I have a
with
flight
my
in the morning.
abuela.
I have a flight in the morning.
Yeah. Perfect. We're right by the airport.
Yeah, I need to get my luggage and stuff. Yeah, so are you ever going to get another trailer?
I mean, here's the problem. Here's why I'm okay selling it. Is because my family loves having a trailer. It's really fun. We used it maybe once or twice, my family, after I did that long trip. But it's just, it's hard now to get a campsite because everybody bought RVs during the pandemic. Everybody did. Mm-hmm. So now it's like before where you could, I lived in an RV with my wife and kids for a year and a half. We moved from Florida to LA. We got really good at knowing how to get campsites, how to navigate that world, whatever. But it's hard now because you literally got to plan months in advance. And my family does not do that. It's more, we looked at the trailer as being like, hey, we don't have anything going on this weekend. We should go to San Diego or we should go out to the desert and camp, Mm-hmm. But if you didn't already get a campsite, you're fucked. And unless you want to go out and dry camp somewhere where you could just pull off on the side of the road, and we're not good at that either.
Dry camp is the term?
Yeah, it's like when you don't have hookups, basically. You just like pull
dry
off.
Camp.
And at that point, you might as well just have a fucking tent.
I got tents, so I can do that. That's the camping I've always done is with tents and stuff. But the place I live now, the people I live like in their little side house, they have a big. I want to say it's as big or bigger than your other one.
Yeah,
it's that size, pretty big. And they're going away this week. Literally right now, they're going to like Big Sur for like 5 days or 6 days or something. And this is why I know I'm never going to camp because sometimes when you have like buyer's remorse and this and that, like they were like, we're going for 5. I'm like, yeah, it sounds cool. Pfft, don't care. Yeah. Wouldn't want to be in that trailer. Wouldn't want to be towing it.
I'd rather have the money that we were spending per month to store it. That's the other thing. In LA, you got to spend. We were spending $200 a month, $210 a month to store it. And it's like that money, I would rather just take it and go to Catalina for the weekend. Like there's other things I could do with that money if it's for a vacation.
Yeah.
And if I could park it at my house, then I could keep the batteries charged. I could keep it maintained.
Plus, you can glamp now.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You know what glamping is?
Oh yeah, I do. But like without an RV.
I don't know. I just see it everywhere, so it's like it's available.
Like you can get like a cabin. You mean?
When I went to Yosemite, they had this whole campground, and it was like. Kind of glamping. It was like these canvas kind of things with heaters and stuff in them. And
that's what people call RVing glamping because you're not in a tent.
No, glamping I think is like it's like glamorous camping or something like that.
Yeah,
it's like
and
it's
you broke it down.
It's usually like these tents that are set up, but it's like thick burlap, like canvas stuff, and they'll have like sometimes they'll have heaters and ACs in them, and they have beds like
Mediterranean woman fanning you.
No, they have like full on mattresses that you can like just sleep in and stuff. Yeah, so. Why not just do that?
Yeah, that's a good point. But if I was thinking about this today as I was driving away, I was like, if I had a driveway at my house where I could park it, then I could even use it as like a office or a podcast studio or a beer fridge. Like you could
beer fridge,
and you can keep all my beers in there. I keep the beer.
These are okay, by the way. I hate IPA.
Hey, Forrest might have more than one.
No. I might have half one here. I gotta do shit. I gotta still pack. It's 10 whatever at night because you were late.
I pack after having beers all the time.
Yeah, but I don't want to look like you.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's wrong? What do you mean?
I don't know. You look like Jimmy Buffett's cousin.
What? Because I drink beers?
No, I just meant your clothing. Like that's how you pack. This shirt's
okay.
Actually.
I see what you're saying.
You're doing okay tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah.
I was really offended for a second. At first I thought you were calling me fat. No. I don't want to drink beers and look.
I
like
only
you.
call Luis fat. Then.
And then I thought you meant
you are getting fatter, Luis, though, right?
Yeah.
You were in shape for a minute.
For a minute.
Is that because you thought you were getting that reality show for a second?
Yeah.
And then you didn't get it, and you went into a spiral, and now you just eat.
I got a girlfriend, and then she told me I look weird skinny. So I was like, all right, well, best case scenario.
Oh, she's trying to marry you if she's trying to fatten you up, bro.
No, actually...
she doesn't want any other girls to
I
like
texted
you.
her and told her to call you fat. So.
I actually started keto for, the third time now? Today.
Oh, that's where you'd all meet?
It really bothers him if you call him fat, by the way.
Yeah.
We've told this story in the podcast. I used to this is how I would greet him every day on the Drip Drip show.
You'd be like, hey, Chubbo.
I would like say hi to everybody and be like, you're getting fatter. And he knew it was a bit, but it didn't matter that he knew it was a bit. It cut to the core.
Yeah, those are the best where you know. So my buddy Danny would do this to me, and all through it was like a long con. He did it for like 3 years.
You want a beer, Luis?
Yeah, Luis, you want a beer?
I'm good. I hit my carb count.
Oh, this is diet.
Yeah.
This is a diet beer.
It's gluten free.
Yeah. Have a beer, Luis. Come on.
Yeah.
I can't.
Come on.
Day one.
Dude.
Literally
This
day
is
one.
day one of keto?
Yeah, I weigh
Yeah,
myself.
so you're not going into ketosis. Don't worry about it. Just have a beer.
Just add this to yesterday's total.
I have my keto pee strips. I forgot. I have to check.
Pee strips?
Pee strips.
Like you have to pee on something?
You got to pee
Well,
on the
if
strip.
you want to see if you're in ketosis, you can pee on this thing. It's like a pH strip.
What's a
kind of
ketosis?
That's what the keto stands for. It's like
What?
it's you could probably explain it better than I, but when you're going these like no carb diets and you go or these low carbs and you go into ketosis where your body is basically burning. Basically, there's something you could pee on that says, "Hey, you're in ketosis. Keep it up."
It measures your pH levels or something of your pee.
Yeah.
So once you're in ketosis, then it kind of burns fat a little bit more. But day one, not sure. Can't take that beer. I'm already struggling so much. I took a nap during the day, and I had a dream that I was ordering ice cream, and I was like, I can't. Keto, day one.
Oh, you cheated in your dreams?
No, actually, I woke up before I got it, so that's a good sign.
Yeah, good sign. Sorry, what were you saying, Dave? You were talking about something about being fat.
I don't know.
This is gonna be a good podcast. All right.
Second quarter.
Anyways, we can't have a Mermen podcast without, and it's been about 3 or 4 days now.
What a
but
saga.
The submarine, or
Yeah.
it's the submersible. I don't know if it's technically a submarine, but I don't know what made it.
That was a real hodgepodge little.
They're dead. They're all dead at this point.
I think that guy made it. That guy made it out of RV parts. Basically, that was a real just garage submarine kit that guy had there, huh?
Not good. And I guess they found out that it actually imploded days before.
Yeah.
They told the news like, just keep running it for a couple.
Yeah,
of
this is
months,
gonna be
ratings.
good.
Yeah.
Politics are, so you already milked all that. Like this will be a good little.
And people seem to be happy since it was billionaires that they're dead.
The only sad part is that one guy had his teenage kid with him.
And he didn't want to go.
Yeah,
Did you read
I
that?
just heard that today.
The kid's like, I don't want to go. I'm scared, but I'll go because it's Father's Day.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. And the dad's like, "Don't be a pussy."
I didn't know that that's what he said. But.
Probably.
And then
billionaires' dads say.
And then there was the other kid who was the stepson of one of the billionaires who went to a Blink-182 concert and was like telling an OnlyFans woman that he wanted to sit in her.
The douchebags are the ones that stay home and live.
First of all, I'll tell you about that kid. If you're the stepson of a billionaire, you don't like that guy. You're not like, he's a good guy.
You're like, I'm gonna really miss my stepdad.
That's the guy that's fucking your mom that's too young for him.
Yeah.
And you're not in the will. You know what I'm saying? You're the stepson of a
Yeah,
billionaire.
you're milking that money while you had access to it.
So I'm thinking, I don't know, his mom will probably hopefully get some. But I'm all for that kid going to Blink-182. I don't think that guy and that guy were on the best of terms. And also, if he was a good dad, he wouldn't be in a sub on Father's Day.
That dude thought he was gonna have to wait another 30 years before he got any of that inheritance. And then he was like,
I don't think he's getting any of it, but I think his mom will.
"Oh well, yeah, that's
we'll,
yeah.
We'll have to follow that story.
It's sad. I remember we saw a story at one point where some mermaids rescued someone who was drowning in the ocean.
Yeah.
I was kind of hoping that would have been really good for our PR if some mermaids found the sub.
It is still funny that people don't understand how big the ocean is, or just they don't understand the scope of things because, they were going down 13,000 feet, which, I mean, if you just looked, you can't even see 13,000 feet on land in front of you. Even if you were like in a field that was miles and miles long, you wouldn't be able to see 13,000 feet like in front of you. You know?
Zero visibility.
Yeah, and then everyone's like, "Oh, they got GPS." I'm like, "No, it doesn't work underwater." And then sonar, all this. It's like finding a needle in a haystack. Like it's, but so all these people are like, "I don't know why it's so hard to find this thing," and it's like they couldn't even find the Titanic forever. It took them a long fucking time.
It's a big boat.
The thing they were looking at, it took them years to find, and they knew sort of where it sank, and they couldn't find it. So, but. Did you see where where the shitter was?
Yeah.
First, okay.
Was it a bucket?
Here's another thing. You're gonna go down and you're paying all this money and stuff. There's one window.
Yeah, everyone's got a.
Yeah.
It's like a porthole in the front.
So where that window is on the front, that's where the shitter is. There's a seat right in front of that window, and it's just like a box.
Hey guys, I know we finally made it to the Titanic, and you guys mind just looking to the back for a second?
There was a screen that you pull across, or it's probably one of those things you put in your windshield when it's hot. You know, you like put that across.
It's like Star Wars.
Yeah. And then
I got it at Walmart.
Yeah, it's got like some
it's got like hearts on it.
It's a Bug's Life. It's really old. They're just like, we got this for $2 at the dollar store. And then you just and they said, I swear to God, I was watching, and they would turn up the radio or some music or something so
Just
that when
feel alive.
when you're like whatever, it's like covering it up. And I was like, you're still gonna smell.
Oh,
the
that
shit.
teenager's like, God damn it, Dad.
So, because I remember the guy's like, good view though when you're on the toilet here. I was like, I mean, sort of. It's like it was like a portal that's made of glass. It's like those. It looks like the kid that was blind's glasses. So I don't think when you're looking out there, like, I don't know, what is that?
Well, I heard it wasn't even a window. I heard it was like a screen because, like, you know, this thing's so fragile and there's so much pressure underwater that it was a screen and there was a camera mounted outside.
No. I think
there was four TV monitors. Yeah.
no. There was TV monitors so you could see on other sides of it, but I believe in the front that was.
Okay.
The pictures, it looked like there was a.
I think it was
window
clear,
in front,
but
yeah.
I think it would be a very distorted view.
Gotcha.
Yeah, which is the whole thing. It's like. Just
send a fucking robot down, and then
So,
I'll just watch.
Did you see the Titanic?
Show me the documentary on the ship up there, yeah.
And James Cameron, when he did the movie, I remember seeing the making of Titanic. And they're like, they took all the measurements with their subs and stuff like that. We got everything right. We found dishes, and I'm like, just watch the movie. That's what it looked like. You don't need that. It's so stupid. Yeah.
So, all right, here's a question for you.
I guess I'm glad they died.
I got two questions.
I'm pretty happy.
Explain imploding. So, what caused it to? Did like something go wrong where like the pressure?
Pressure, yeah.
So whatever was supposed to be keeping the pressure inside malfunctioned.
The submersible itself is going to be pressurized, so they can breathe in there and they can a lot. But also, just structurally, that thing has to withstand pressure. And I know it was like carbon fiber. I don't know enough about it, but I can just tell you, we've talked about scuba diving. Every 33 feet of depth is 1 atmosphere of pressure, right? So
It went down 12,000.
So the pressure we're feeling here, every 33 feet, that increases by 1-fold. So if you're down 10,000 feet, let's say, I think it's like 380 times of atmospheric pressure. So it's just like the amount of pressure that's being put on that is insane. And it was, and everyone's seen pictures of it now.
Of the thing imploded?
Looks like a piece of shit. No, I don't know if they're going to find. No, I mean, it might have just disintegrated, you know, but.
Can I just say for the record, when I'm here,
I
feel no pressure.
Yeah. So I think if something structurally went wrong, it would just immediately just crumble like a can. There might even be some sort of heat.
So it was kind of like
they're gonna die immediately.
So it was kind of like someone was like, "Hey, is that a leak?" Huh? It was kind of like that.
Yeah, I don't know if there wouldn't be a leak. By the time you'd see a leak, it would implode. But I don't know. But I would think that it would happen very quick, and everyone in there would die pretty much instantaneously. I don't think there are a lot of people like, oh, like that, like he would be dead. Like your whole body would just crush too.
So let's
think about how much a gallon of water weighs. Just everyone's up a gallon of water. Now put that on your stomach when you go to bed at night and see how uncomfortable that is. Now imagine the whole ocean on top of you when you go to that's how much pressure is a lot
of pressure.
You can't fathom it, you know.
All right, well let me ask you this.
It's amazing that any submarines can go that. Like even the submarines that were just taking pictures, the exploratory, like James Cameron and all that stuff. It's amazing but like the what do you call it? The submarines that the military uses and stuff, they don't go that deep. They don't go as deep as the Titanic. So these submersibles already have to be built a certain way. So I just think when you're going in this thing, when you have that much money, I just think you're just like, what am I going to do? There's nothing that's exciting to me. I have enough money for everything. I don't have to worry about my bills. Everything, this is just boring. So I might as well just I could think about all what
I've
billionaires.
already seen Blink 182.
Yeah. Yeah, they're always doing something stupid. They're like in some hot air balloon going around the world. They're fucking.
Would you go to space if you were given the chance?
No.
Really?
I'm out of shape. Flying is a pain in the ass right now. Just like I got to fly to fucking Reno tomorrow. I'm not even looking forward to that.
That's just like
no, it just seems like that's tough enough. Yeah. Like when I fly,
Reno's the greatest example.
If I take
you couldn't have come up with a funnier city. I'd be like, I gotta go.
That's where I'm going.
The only thing that's a bigger pain in the dick than outer space is fucking Reno. Especially if you're flying into Reno to go to Tahoe. It's like a second trip on top of your trip.
Nah. Well, the next day, I was doing a show in Reno and then driving through Tahoe over to Santa Rosa or whatever over there, over fucking north of San Fran. But I wouldn't go to.
All right, let me ask you a question.
I don't. My shitting schedule and stuff. You gotta do that in space, bro. Everything. Think about the little things you got to do here.
Yeah, those little the astronaut food that would fuck. I don't have a gallbladder. That would just be
everything would suck. Yeah, sometimes I get up off my couch. I'm lying on my couch and I get up too quick and I'm like, whoa, dizzy.
You don't think you could pull 3 Gs? Is what you're talking about?
Space? I'm going to fucking space. Yeah.
Wait, let me ask you a question. I don't want to make light. It was a tragedy what happened to people in the submarine.
I'll make light of it.
But
how awesome would it be if it was Zuckerberg and Elon? Celebration.
On that note, do you hear there's that cage match challenge?
I did hear that. Yeah,
but before we get into that, he doesn't want to make light of it.
Yeah.
Let's moment of silence for the people we don't know that died doing something fucking stupid.
Yeah. But it was, human beings. People loved them.
Not really. The guy was at a Blink 182 concert.
Well, not their stepsons, but
yeah.
But I kept thinking, what would be a scenario where this would actually make a good all right, so.
You gonna finish the sentence?
Yeah. I want to get it right. So 50 years from now, that teenager is 70 years old or close to it. It's pushing it. And they come up with Titanic 2. And it's telling the story of how everyone else died. He's the only survivor, just like Rose was the only survivor of the Titanic. Mm-hmm. And so the movie ends with that.
Yeah, but she had a diamond that they were looking for. What is he going to have? The bucket that everyone shot
That's
in?
what I'm asking you. Yeah. What's the movie? What could have happened? What was the rescue scenario?
Yeah, so
here's mine. You want to hear mine first?
They're shitting in the bucket.
Yeah, okay, the bucket shit.
And the pressure, when it imploded, made a huge diamond out of their shit.
All right, I like that.
And this kid survived with the diamond, but they didn't know that he survived. They thought he died. And then he throws it in the fucking water.
Well, wait, that's not realistic.
By the way, give me your scenario.
My scenario is they decide that it's a lost cause because they would have all ran out of oxygen by now. So they're like, all right, we're going to just finish up. We're going to keep looking, but we're expecting to not find them because they should all be dead by now. They find the submarine. The kid's still alive. You know why he's alive? Because everyone else died early on. So he was the only one sucking the oxygen. Mm-hmm. He died, or the only reason why he's the only one alive is because all the other people were murdered. Mm-hmm. But I think the movie would be, did he murder him? Did his dad murder him? What's the story? What did he give? I think it could be a real good murder mystery.
No, it wouldn't be. But if it's going to be a movie, they would think he murdered everybody. But the twist would be, the dad murdered everybody and then killed himself to save his son.
Dad, I like it. Now you're playing the game good.
No, I'm just helping you out with your dumb scenario.
I think that's it. I
also don't think it's a submarine, by the way. I think it's a submersible. I think a submarine has to have some locomotive capability.
What if the kid, because it was a remote control, it was a...
I don't have my glasses. Can you look up the difference between a submarine and a submersible, please?
I think this would be a funny plot point in the movie.
Yeah.
So here's where they.
Oh, there's comedy in this movie.
Yeah. Here's where they went wrong. Literally,
Dumb and Dumber 3.
the guys
Rich and Dumber.
The guys controlling the submarine with the controller.
The Dreamcast.
Yeah, it was a video game controller.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh, I've lost control of the submarine." Everyone panics. He goes, "Relax, everyone. I just got to put new batteries in it. I have plenty of batteries. It's fine." And he goes and he grabs the batteries and he opens up the back and he goes, "Oh boy." And they go, "What?" And he goes, "I didn't know it was double A's. I bought triple A's." And he's like, "Does anyone have a TV remote control we could steal some batteries from?"
Yeah.
Like, no one has a fucking TV remote control.
Yeah.
And then everyone panics. He's like, "Don't worry, we can figure this out." Like, no, we can't figure. And then
Well, you can make 2 movies. You make one serious, one comedy.
all right, yeah, I like this. So yeah,
If we honestly wrote a script right now about this same scenario that happened, but made it a comedy, I think that would do pretty well. Actually, now I'm thinking about it.
yeah.
Like,
Well, listen, Ryan Reynolds was in a movie. I can't remember what it was called, but he was in a movie where he was in a coffin. He woke up in a coffin, and he had a flip phone that worked, and he was buried 6 feet deep.
yeah.
But he got reception, and he was calling 911. And the entire movie is Ryan Reynolds in a coffin. So why couldn't you do an entire movie with 5 people in a submarine?
Because we don't have Ryan Reynolds attached to it.
Well, no, but I mean, come on.
Come on, what?
Like, let's just say we could get someone attached. I'm just saying, like, that could be a good screenplay.
You know how many people are writing the submarine movie right now?
Oh, yeah. We're probably late. We should have started this 3 days ago.
No, but nobody's writing the submarine comedy movie.
I like it.
Yeah, and then you would just be similar. You know, they wouldn't be visiting the Titanic. They'd be visiting another ship. There were some
A
similarities.
ship no one gives a fuck about. It was a barge.
Now there's the Lusitania or whatever, the one that was sunk in World War II.
Wait.
Yeah.
So the rich people paid $250,000 to go to the Titanic. This is a ship where middle class people paid $20,000 to go out and see a cargo ship that.
No, the Edmund Fitzgerald in the Great Lakes.
Ooh, that's a good one. In the Great Lakes.
That's where it sank. That's the.
It's a great ballad, yeah. Isn't that song like 7 minutes long? Luis, in post, put the entire song in right now.
Gordon Lightfoot? Yeah, I think it's like 8 minutes.
The ballad of the Eleanor Fitzgerald.
Edmund Fitzgerald?
Yeah, that one.
Did you get the difference between the submarine and submersible?
Yep.
What is it?
Essentially, it says as a submersible, it has limited resources on board to keep it underwater and the crew alive. Plus, it needs a support craft to launch and be recovered. A submarine, on the other hand, can accomplish that task by itself.
Oh, submarine way better. That was like
so I was pretty close.
the definition should have just say submersibles or submarines bitches.
You know, so
Are we allowed to play this?
Probably not.
Cool.
couple seconds.
That's a jam right there.
You know this song, Luis?
Nope.
Banger.
It's literally the song. Left fully loaded for Cleveland.
There's no good love story where a ship set sail for Cleveland.
He's literally just telling the story. There's this big like ship in the Great Lakes, you know, and Erie or something like that. And it went down and the whole crew died. And this guy, Gordon Lightfoot, wrote a song about it. But listen to it. But it's just literally what happened.
It's like he needed to do reports. So he made a song so he remembered all the.
Yeah. All right. R.I.P. He died like 3 weeks ago.
That guy?
Gordon Lightfoot?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, R.I.P., buddy.
Yeah.
What other songs does he have?
Well, since we don't
More ballads about ships?
we can't get in trouble on here for playing stuff.
He's dead now.
This was one of the ones that I thought.
I don't think Gordon Lightfoot's estate is super litigious.
Well, we're not really making money on this. I don't know how it works, but this is. You know the song?
No, but I like it. Is this SZA?
It's SZA. Yeah, it's a remix. I don't know. That was a hit. I don't know. He's all of them sound the same. If you could read my mind.
I might become a Gordon Lightfoot.
Yeah, just check out Gordon Lightfoot, man. He's thing.
You always exposed me to the latest and greatest music.
Well, he's dead. He's not latest and greatest. You don't know. You never heard the Edmund Fitzgerald, Luis?
No.
It's a banger. That song's like 7 minutes long, and it's just like, and then they loaded the cargo, and it was really rough.
You could only bring one bag a person.
Is there a chorus or
There's no. The chorus is the guitar going.
The weather was okay, but a little cloudy. Seagulls chirped in the bay.
Yeah, literally. Now you think you're not gonna like that song, but I guarantee you play it one time, you're in. You're hooked.
All right,
you're
Forrest.
lighty. You're lighty. You're lighty footy. A lighty
Forrest.
footy heady.
Pick an event.
What, we're done with the sub.
No. Well, no, we're Gordon Lightfooting it.
Biggest news that's ever happened.
All right, let's do this.
Submersible.
Let's do the
What's this laugh?
Let's do the ballad of Gordon Lightfoot, but let's do it to the submarine.
You mean the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald, the song?
Yeah, but let's do it to the submarine.
Oh, like what happened?
Let's write the lyrics. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this improv.
Yeah.
We're not writing it. We're
No. We're just gonna throw lines back and forth.
Okay, go for it.
Do we need an instrumental?
Oh, I was gonna look for one. If you
Yeah.
guys
Look
want.
for
yeah,
Gordon
look
Light
for
there.
it.
That's it.
I
think that's gonna make it go better.
That's how every chorus has to, or verse has to go. What
What is it? The Elsa Fitzgerald.
Edmund Fitzgerald. This is like our phone number, 347-MERBERT, if you want to call and ask us a question that you don't ever remember somehow. I've said it. What was that? Oh, by the way, Louise hit me up. It was a couple of episodes again. What was the word that you were saying wrong?
Which one?
Haphazard.
You were saying haphazard.
No, I gotta tell you, of all the shit you've corrected me on, I still think I'm right on most of them.
Yeah.
But haphazard blew my mind.
Well, I left here.
I used it in my.
I left here, and you started to record the Meet Dave episode, and
Yeah.
Louise texted me. He's like, he just used haphazardly on Meet Dave.
I was interviewing a guy, and I go, "Hey man, you can't just do that haphazardly." And then I looked over at Louis.
You patted yourself on the back.
Yeah.
You're like, good job, Dave.
The guy had no idea. But I just tuned in there. I look over at Louis. Like, got it. All right, here we go.
Gotta
guys.
use it in a sentence. Wait, who's doing what? Do you have the instrumental?
Yeah.
Does Elise have it, or you do?
I was looking for a royalty free.
You going first?
Yeah. A guy built a submersible in his garage one day.
You gotta do the whole verse.
He decided to charge a lot of money to bring people out from the bay.
Okay.
After several years of a failed business plan, a businessman and his son said, "We'll go with you out to the Titanic, 'cause the movie just doesn't work for us."
Yeah, good. You're doing good.
Yeah.
I don't know what this voice is that you're doing. There we go. Okay. Like, coming in. Yeah. All right.
Forrest.
Here we go. This is the chorus. All right. Went out on Father's Day. They shit in a bucket and then it imploded and it all turned to a diamond of valuable brown diamonds. James Cameron put down his sub, looked for the diamonds that the old lady had thrown out. They scooped up what they thought was a famous diamond, but it just turned to be the shit diamond. Shit diamonds. There you go. I'll do another one.
You want to jump in first? Or?
Okay. The teenager said, "Oh, Daddy, I'm scared." He said, "Don't worry, there's nothing to fear, except that this thing is very well and poorly made and has a video game controller." And then he heard a creak in the hall. He said, "Oh, Daddy."
Plug it up with your finger.
Moral of the story is, if you're a billionaire, I encourage you to die as well. I don't like you, Jeff Bezos or Zuckerberg or Elon Musk or any of the other people that say they're millionaires or don't pay taxes. All right.
It's a very tragic tale. We're sorry to the family and friends of the people involved.
I'm not.
But this is a very
I'm not
Beautiful song to honor them.
No, I'm not sad at all. Look. If you die doing something.
Can we just play this behind every podcast?
No, I think you have to turn it off. No, we own money.
I had a lot to add to that. And
you know what? That's not like the actual song. It sounds just kind of like it, so I think we're good. Yeah. We've only played 25 minutes.
Oh,
of it.
fuck me. That was funny.
If you die doing something, where people are like, yeah, like where people aren't like, what? Like the bungee cord broke. Like I don't count. Like if you die doing something where people are like, yeah, you could die doing that. I wouldn't. Then I don't have sympathy for you. I'm not wishing people to die, but it's like, dude, if you have so much money that this is you, and you looked at that dumb fucking thing and you're like, we got to get in this. How about donate it to charity or some shit like that?
Well, wait a minute. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Is it the amount of money or is it the activity? Because bungee jumping, you pay $50 to go bungee jumping.
I'm just saying people that have that much money always are doing some fucking... Didn't Richard Branson try to go around on a hot air balloon around the world or some shit? People that have that much money are doing these activities because I feel like it's the only thing that like gets any part of their brain to be like moving. Like it's like some sort of adrenaline thing.
I want to be a rich board so bad.
Rich board? Yeah, like get a hammock, relax, donate your fucking money to charity, start a fucking fund. I know this whole thing's been going around Twitter, or was going around Twitter too, where like all these refugees, like boat capsized, there's 800 of them, and they didn't like put any resources to them, and they put out these giant ships because like, billionaires underwater, we got to get over there, because of course, you know, if I found them, you know, you'd do the whole thing.
Well, I do think they should.
You'd pull them up all the way to the surface and be like, hey, okay, I can bring you up. You're 100 feet from the surface. Venmo me $2 million.
I do think they should charge the rescued efforts to the billionaires' estates.
They're not going to. But sure.
Wait, who's paying for it? What country? Us?
Canada, I guess. Isn't it Canada?
Is that where it is? Is that where the Titanic is? It's Canada?
It's not like it's near Canada. It's like between Greenland and Canada, Nova Scotia. Like, yeah, I flew over it one time on a plane, and then the plane had maps of all these wrecks. One of them said the Titanic. We're flying, and it was the worst.
Hopefully, it's not any plane wrecks.
Worst turbulence I've ever experienced was me flying over the Titanic on a fucking plane one time. I was like, oh, that's fun. And it's like, it's in the North Atlantic up there. Didn't you see the Titanic, the movie, where they hit an iceberg in the North Atlantic?
Wait, it's a movie?
Well, then you know what?
I saw it.
It was coming from England.
Yeah, well, I don't remember details.
Over to
not a big history buff.
Nyack, and I think New York, right? Isn't that what?
Yeah, I think New
York.
New York
Certainly wasn't coming to Miami.
Yeah,
they didn't have the port of Miami yet.
No, they were coming in to bring me your tired, your feeble.
I haven't even been on a cruise ship ever.
Wait, what? You've never been on a cruise ship?
No, I've never been on a cruise ship.
What?
Why would I go on one?
Just, I don't know.
They seem terrible. The closest I've been to those gambling cruises that you go out. They bring out in international water. Those, yeah. And you're like, I got my money on red, and then the ball pops out because of the waves. You're like, was there a rule on there for that?
I went out at one of those in Key Largo one time. It was a fucking blast.
Yeah, is it a blast? Yeah, if you're a compulsive gambler, it's not. All the compulsive gamblers on the back of the boat thinking, if I jump in the back of the stern here, will the props chop me up? That's what I'm hoping, yeah. Have you been on a cruise, Louise?
Nope.
Yeah, see?
Yeah. I went on a cruise. I've been on a lot of cruises.
They seem terrible.
No,
like,
it depends.
It's just this big boat with everybody's shit and trash and fucking germs.
Well, you
little tiny cabin. The cabins are tiny, right?
I mean, depends. If you're rich,
you like camping. This is like a camper thing.
Yeah, but that's part of the charm.
What do you mean charm?
I mean, you've stayed. Let me put it this way: you've stayed in hotel rooms that are worse than the cabins in cruise ships.
They're not as environmentally destructive.
As a cruise ship?
Cruise ships are terrible. They just dump their trash at sea when they're in international waters. That's a huge thing that goes on. They literally just dump their trash bags into the water.
But I mean, out in the middle of nowhere, though. I mean,
sure, yeah, okay. We've seen the garbage patch and sewage and just gross people and just.
Cruises can be cool. They can also be really sad. I've been on both. I've worked cruise ships, so I did a couple of years of that.
Yeah, remember we had Christina Walkinshaw. And
we had the cruise ship comic, Christina Walkinshaw. So
She's not a cruise ship comic.
Well,
She
but
was telling us stories of it.
Yeah, she works them a lot.
Yeah.
I did a cruise with my family when I think I was in college still, or I was about to graduate or whatever. But my family and my cousin, my aunt, my uncles, all them, we did a cruise in Alaska.
They're expensive.
Definitely expensive.
Yeah.
And the cruise was mostly old people. So me and my cousin, we were like 22, 21, whatever. And so we went to the nightclubs like every night, and like we were the only ones in there. And the staff was so bored, and they were like, "Man, no one's coming in." So we were like, they're like, "Hey, we can't give you guys." They loved us. We were every song the DJ played, we were doing the bye 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 whatever. We're partying, you know. So they go,
What? What did you just say? You just said something that you regretted saying, and then you like flew through it. We were doing the bye bye anyways, whatever.
No, I'm very proud of that. That was when NSYNC was popular, and they would play like bye da 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 bye bye bye, and then we would go up and do the dance bye bye bye. I don't regret that. Stand by that.
Okay. So you're on this Alaska cruise.
So we go, you know what? We're going to recruit all the young people on this cruise to come hang out. So for the next day, we'd walk around the ship. We'd be like, hey, you're young. I know you're here with your family and you're bored, but come to the discotheque tonight. It's fun. The staff. So we got a bunch of people to come party, right? And like the staff loved us.
Who were you with? You're with?
It was me and my cousin, who's like my best friend, right? Chris. So this
It's weird you didn't say his last name.
Chris Collin.
That might be the first time you haven't said someone's last name
Well,
on this podcast. So, yeah.
All my friends know him as Little Cuz, and they don't even know his name.
Yeah, that's usually what you do. Yeah, my cousin, Chris Collin. Everyone calls him Little Cuz.
Little
Anyways,
Cuz.
we're at the discotheque. That's how you tell the stories on him. Keep going.
I would call him, but he's on the East Coast. He's definitely
Don't fuck with Little Cuz, dude. He's getting his sleep, beauty sleep.
He always has
Bye.
comments on the podcast, so we can call him sometime.
So
I think I've called him before. Anyways, so we so one night. Now it's really hard. It's really hard to get on and off the ships. It's security credentials, 9/11, all that stuff, whatever. But so the staff goes, we were in a port somewhere in Alaska, and the staff goes, hey, we're going out to a bar tonight. You guys should come with us. And we're like, well, I don't think the guests are allowed to leave the ship at night. And they go, just come with us. We're like, all right. So we go down to they sneak us down to the crew level, and we get off the ship. We go to this bar. It's like a lumberjack bar. We get hammered. And we walk out of the bar at like 3 a.m. And in Alaska, it's like daylight for 24 hours at certain points of the year. So we walk out at like 3 a.m. and it is fucking daylight. And I go, oh my God, we missed the ship. I go, oh, no, it's just always daylight. We're fine. So we get back to the ship, and as we're drunk as fuck, with some of the crew members, and we're going on the ship, and there's security guys there checking everyone as they go on. And they go, who are you guys? And everyone who works on this ship is kind of foreign, you know?
Yeah.
So I'm drunk as shit, and this is my fast thinking. Mm-hmm. I look over the guy and I go, "Hi, my name's Nigel. This is my cousin Mickey. We work in the engine room." I probably got that from Titanic.
Wait, what accent is
I
this?
had no idea. I just did an accent. I was like, Nigel, I work in the engine room. You know me.
Engine room? You thought people were shoveling coal?
Yeah, well, I mean, if I said I was the comic, I don't think they would have. And he was like, what? And I'm like, oh, we work in the engine. My cousin's like, we work in the engine room. Well, Mickey, this is Nigel. And they're like, all right, whatever, go ahead. And we walked in. I'm like, I cannot believe that fucking worked. That would never work today. It was before 9/11.
9/11. Yeah, the cruise ships all were really nervous after 9/11.
Yeah, everyone's seen what's the movie? Speed 2? Speed 2.
Yeah, I've never been on a cruise ship. I've only spent the night on a ship overnight one time with other people on a ship, and it was like a overnight thing in Milford Sound in New Zealand when Bianca and I went there. It was just one night that you stayed in the ship, and I didn't. There was a lovely couple we played a board game with that night or whatever after dinner. But other than that, I was like, I don't want to be on the ship with other people. It's fucking weird. Like, it's just weird.
I was working a ship one time, and the Lopez brothers, Brooke and Robin Lopez from the NBA.
Oh, they meant George.
Oh, they were on the ship with a bunch of their high school buddies. And I was like, I got to party with those guys. So I show up at the dance club one night.
I think you've told the story.
Probably.
You can tell it again now. This is all
And
I think this is on episode 1. Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, anyways, long story short, I was drunk and inappropriate and almost got fired.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you told the Lopez Brothers stories on here. Didn't you remember that one?
No, really.
But now the more I think about it, I think it might not have been them. It might have been imposters that just go around pretending to be them. Because I'm like, why would they be on just a regular old ass Royal Caribbean cruise? Like millionaires.
They're imposters. How tall were they? 7 foot?
They were tall, but yeah. But they were kind of goofy, and I'm like, when I watch them now, I'm like, they're kind of like
The Lopez brothers were on the ship.
Lopez.
They were some imposters.
they fooled the cruise ship comedian.
God, you're terrible.
They're
at singing.
really good at their con.
Like, I'm not good at singing, but you tonally don't know what's going on.
Wait, that wasn't beautiful?
You have to go ring ba-ding, boom, ba-ding, boom, ba-ding,
Okay, Andy Bernard.
ba-ding,
Ring-a-ding-ding-ding-ding.
ba-ding. That's how you do it.
What was I doing?
I don't know. You're gonna have to listen back to the recording, but it wasn't good.
More of a freestyler?
Yeah.
More of a rapper. I'm not really a crew.
You rap? Oh yeah, rap about the sub.
Okay.
Yeah, let me hear a rap about the sub.
Going down deep. What's down there? I don't know. It's gonna seep through the seams in the sub. Gotta poop in the bucket. Don't know. Did you? Rubber dub dub. That's it. You just gotta keep coming around.
That was
Dave
like
Williamson.
I thought that was pretty good.
that was like bad slam poetry.
Oh really?
Yeah. Sub at night, I see you through my eyes. Oh, my. That's like almost what you were doing.
This
I
whole,
spy with my eye
well, can I tell you?
a submersible.
Probably better than what the submersible could teach.
All right, we're almost done, guys. Dave can't
Are
speak.
we really? We already done the whole episode?
We've done a long time.
I
and
gotta tell you, I
plus-
don't know what we've talked about. And I think most of us have been making fun of me, but this has been one of my favorite episodes ever.
You are starting your sentences correctly, and then it just turns into a slurry make IPA mumble. You're just like, anyways, I thought they're probably a fucking imposter. That's what you've been doing. Nobody wants to hear that shit.
Oh, Dad, I don't want to go. Why, son?
Wait, that was a rap
I
again?
was gonna do it. I was gonna go.
Wait, can we get a rap beat?
I lost my-
let's get
oh,
a
yeah,
rap-
that's
let's
what
get a
I
rap.
need.
He
Yeah.
needs a beat.
Here, let me go royalty
Needs a beat.
free.
Yeah. No, get a rap beat. Get a hip hop beat. No, stop doing that.
Sorry.
Right now, that's more offensive than the Cinco de
Is that
Mayo
appropriation?
thing that we did. Yeah.
Okay, sorry. The worst thing you do in your rap is start it with, "My name is Dave, and I'm here to say." That's what everyone
Yeah,
defaults to. It's
you're-
not good.
You were right there
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
other rap, just so you know. You got the beat? Mm-mm. You were looking. Oh, you got.
got it.
Wait, Louise, go. Here we go.
Oh shit. Oh, we're gonna explore the deep, yo. Yo, you wanna ride on my submersible? Okay. All aboard! We're going down from the bay. What'd you say? I said I got this sub that holds up to 6 people if you let it. Okay. Here we go. Kind of excited, but a little nervous.
Here comes
Oh,
here comes
shit.
the beat.
Boom, boom, boom.
You weren't even waiting for the beat.
I didn't know someone was gonna. I didn't know the hype man come in. Ugh. Are they still gonna talk or?
Nah, go.
All right. Bubbles coming up as we go down. I don't know if this guy's a genius or he looks a little bit like a clown. He's driving it with a controller. I'm going back to being a baby in a stroller. A little scared, Daddy. Don't be scared. We're making memories.
That's enough. That's
That
enough.
was pretty
That's
good.
enough.
That was pretty good,
That's- No.
That was good. We should do this every episode. That
It was
fun.
good.
Yeah, I get good at this, man. I might just practice.
Yeah, I thought it was funny that you just weren't waiting for the beat. You're just like.
Wait. What?
Well, you'll hear it again. You listen back to the podcast.
Beats are just a suggestion.
2 minutes left. 2 minutos.
Where are you gonna be?
When does this come out?
You should do this live. If you started rapping live at the end of your set, if you did it as a joke, you're like, all right, I like to wrap up my set with like stuff that happened, and then you just take all the crowd work and things that happened in the show, and you just do a rap at the end.
Oh, I'm gonna try that.
Yeah, you should. I support this.
When does this come out, Luis?
Comes out Monday the 26th.
Yeah, like
Next week.
3 days, 4 days. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone who came out last night to Bakersfield. Appreciate you. I'm going to be in Chicago this weekend. I know not everybody lives in Chicago, but everybody on this earth knows somebody who lives in Chicago, and it means the world to us if you send people out to shows. I would really like to fill up my 5 shows at the Schaumburg Improv in Chicago. It's the 29th, 30th, and July 1st. You can get tickets at davewilliamson.com. Let's fill it up. If you're a Mermen fan, send people out to see me in Chicago this weekend. I would really like to have good ticket sales.
All right, I'd just like to say something. This is really hard for me to do.
I'm sorry, was that out loud?
Should I start over?
Sorry. You're being serious.
I want to say something. This is really hard for me to do.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the Philly Punchline.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something nice about me.
I'm trying to promote myself. Stop interrupting. I have to record something and send it to the club.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. All right. You can actually, it might be good if you interrupt that.
All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No. All right, this is really serious. This is something that's hard for me to do. And
You're always serious.
I'm not good at doing this, and I just have to come out and tell the people listening that I'm going to be at the Philly Punchline on July 9th. I said it.
Forrest, that was very brave of you, and I hope that everyone understands that was difficult, and I just hope everyone comes out and sees Forrest on July 9th?
July 9th, one show only.
At the Philly
Punchline
Comedy Club.
Why are you doing it?
I'm just,
All right.
I really believe in what you're doing, and everyone should go out and see you in Philly.
July 6th through 8th, I'll be in Montreal at the Communist, and then July 9th, Philly Punchline, and then Escondido, and then Comedy Cellar in Vegas, and go to Forrest.
I go to the Grand in Escondido?
Yes.
It's a great club. Go out there, San Diego. Forrest gonna be in Philly, gonna get a cheesesteak.
That's good.
Your turn.
For they are the mermen.